What's going on, you guys? Welcome to Nerd Squadron. Today we are talking about probably one of the most iconic characters of Star Wars. Today we're talking about the Star Wars Galactic Archive series, C-3PO. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the Star Wars Galactic Archive series C-3PO head. He was only exclusive at Disneyland and Disney World, and now unfortunately I don't live anywhere near any of those parks. But my good friend Nilda at Nilda Listens on Instagram, as well as Appetite for Collectibles on YouTube, did me a solid favor, picked one up for me and sent one over to me. Now at first I didn't really care for it until I saw what he was capable of. And I opened them and I got to actually use them for a little bit, and oh my gosh, you guys, I am so glad I bought one. I don't regret it at all. So Nilda, thank you so much, because now I have this bad boy in my collection. All right, so very quickly, let's take a look at the box itself. We have a great shot of C-3PO right in the front there. Perfect, exactly what you would want out of C-3PO. And then on the side there, we have another just in a slightly different angle. Now, the one thing that makes this very, very unique is the fact that the actual gold parts do come off to where you get a most exposed version of C-3PO. And this was something that we saw in The Phantom Menace. I don't think we saw it again. I think maybe we saw it in The Rise of Skywalker, but we did see that there, and you can see all the wires there. Now, in the very back, there are instructions and things that he is capable of. Very quickly, let me go over that. It does say removable pieces. It does say multiple piece assembly, touch activated authentic light features, authentic character phrases, move wire to access Sith translation. That is very, very cool when I saw that. And then obviously you guys can see there is a diagram there that shows you guys exactly what it is that he does. Now I went ahead and actually removed them out of the box already, because that's going to be kind of a pain in the butt to show you guys. It's more of a clamshell setup. All you gotta do is lift it up and tear it apart, and I didn't want to go through all that, but I went ahead and opened it for you guys because I just wanted you guys to see the box itself. Not a very big box, but still a decent size. And when I received it, it really wasn't all that heavy either. I'm going to go ahead and move the box really quick just so you guys can see 3PO in all his glory. And you can see there he is right there. He is super reflective, as he should be. You can even see the light that I'm using right up here, as well as my fan on his forehead. So you guys can definitely see just how beautiful he is. Now on the box, it doesn't say if he's 1-to-1 scale, but honestly, I really don't care. He is amazing and looks incredible. Now you can go ahead and see he does have his eyes located right there. He does have his little, I don't know, greebly or even antenna on the top of his head there. And then located on the sides are these knobs. Now these knobs are functional. You are going to use these knobs to remove the faceplate. Now you guys need to be very careful when you guys are removing the faceplate, because I already scratched on the top here. I don't know if you guys were able to see it. I highly doubt it, but I did scratch them just by setting it down. It was easily scratchable. Honestly, I was so upset because I saw the scratch, and yeah, kind of ruined that for me. But he's going to be displayed like 99.999% of the time, so it's really not that big of a deal. And then in the bottom here, you guys are going to see there is a on and off switch, as well as a USB-C port right in there. Now, in order for you to use him, to have him on, you need to have it plugged into a power source. I wish there were like built-in batteries, like rechargeable batteries, just like you did with the Sith holocrons. I wish that was a possibility, but unfortunately, it's not. There's no rechargeable batteries in it, so oh well. Very quickly, let's go ahead and remove these here. So here are the knobs right here. We're gonna go ahead and rotate it this way, and we're gonna set those aside for a quick second. And then we are going to split him apart. Now, to be honest, I don't like this process. This will probably be the last time I actually separate him. I prefer him to be this way. I don't really care for the wires part, because I am going to, it's very cool, don't get me wrong, it's very cool, but I prefer him just like this. So I will set his face down first. Then you'll see the front side there. There are all the wires located all the way around here, and his eyes. Not sure if you guys can see, but there are wires right here, right in the front, and they're all kind of mashed together. They don't look like genuine wires. That's kind of unfortunate, but I mean, again, it is a toy and it is available for $120, so was $120, not a big deal. Now, unless there is somebody out there who like replaces the wires, that would be cool. But again, I'm gonna have them displayed all gold anyway, so not a big deal. But if you guys are gonna display him with more wires, and there is someone who does it, I'd probably recommend that. Now, I know there is someone who weathers these. A lot of YouTubers are doing that themselves. I'm terrible at weathering, but I know my friend Austin at Story Workshop, that guy has been starting to weather a bunch of these, and they look incredible. So if you tend, or if you want to actually display him this way and weathered up, definitely hit up Austin, because that is beautiful. Let me see if I can remove the back as well. This is, there we go. I'm scared I'm gonna break them, because I don't want to add any more scratches, as I already have. So I'll set this down right over here, and then now you guys can see the back there. There is all the detail there with all the wires. Again, the wires don't look all that great, but it's still very cool to see the internals of C-3PO, and it's just very, very cool there. Now, I'm not sure if you guys could be able to see, but there is some very, very light weathering all the way around 3PO as well. And again, if you guys are gonna weather it yourself, go for it, because I've seen some really, really good ones. And it's just very cool how they did this. For 120 bucks, not bad at all. On the box, it does say that you can change into Sith mode C-3PO like you did in The Rise of Skywalker. There is a pink or a purple cable located right in there, and all you need to do is unplug that and move it down, and then boom, you have like Sith C-3PO. Let me see if I have my extension cable, because we can power this guy up and we can see just how it's sensitive, you guys. Like, it's crazy where you're touching, and it activates his voice. It's very, very cool. And on the box it says his forehead, but you can literally touch him anywhere on the face and it works. Even when you have his actual face on, anywhere you touch, it still reads it, and you can still get the full function of 3PO. Disney does include a USB-C cable for 3PO, but it's just not long enough for what we're using it for. So I did get an extension cable, and this long USB-C connects perfectly in there. We're gonna plug it in and then turn that switch on, and from there you'll see his lights turn on. There are no sounds when it happens, but once you touch his forehead, honestly, I didn't even touch him. I think it might be an actual sensor when your hands go in the front.
Oh no!
Because let's see if you guys can see.
I'm so confused.
Right here, my hand will go right here.
We seem to be made to suffer.
It's not even touching. So that's how sensitive it is, but it's so much better to have it that way instead of having like random buttons on the side. But again, just
shut me down.
So many quotes of 3PO that you're getting. I do remember a few. I don't remember all of them, but I definitely like remember a bunch from the Phantom Menace. And also my parts are showing that's from Phantom Menace, as well as a couple from Attack of the Clones. So it tells me that Disney decided to go with a bunch of quotes from 3PO. He is one of the only characters, or maybe even the only character, to be in every single Star Wars film. So, I mean, it has to be really important to have 3PO to have the majority or even all of his quotes throughout all the movies.
My parts are showing.
There it is. So, again, Phantom Menace, that is a very, very iconic quote from the movie. Now, we are going to show a Sith 3PO very quickly here. You guys will see here, there is,
Sir, if you're
let's
not
see if I can
eating
see.
me, I'll close down for a while.
There is this purple cord right here. So you're going to pull that out. And once you pull it, you're going to see the lights are off. And just below it is another little insert. You will insert in there. Let's see if I can get it without messing this up. There we go. So I'll plug that in. Oh, that's the regular one.
The Emperor's Wayfinder is in the Imperial Vault.
So it is red, but on camera it doesn't really look all that red. Let's see if you can see it this way. That is the one quote from Rise of Skywalker that he says when they power him back on, when Babu Freak turns him back on. That seems to be the only quote that we're getting whenever you get the Sith 3PO.
The Emperor's Wayfinder is in the Imperial Vault at Delta 36, transient 936, bearing 32 on the moon in the Endor system.
Now, it does sound very, very good and very clear. Let me power him off because he keeps talking. I'm not going to power him off, but I'm going to switch this right back up and put this right there. So, yes, with that Sith 3PO, we are going to get just one quote from the movie. That's all he says in the movie, so there's no point in having multiple quotes on him. But, yes, that is how he sounds. He sounds very, very good. Surprisingly, he sounds so good. It almost makes me wish Black Series helmets would just have quotes of that character, just because of how good this really sounds. Let me go ahead and throw everything back together again very quickly here. All right, I found a better way. We're gonna grab this and scoop this right on top there, and essentially just push down. That was a million times easier. And then we will just stick this right back under here, and it fits together just like that. And then we'll take these knobs that we got, and we are just gonna stick them right back in there. I can't wait to not ever have to do this again. There we go. All right. Now let's get this one here, and you're gonna line these up with the little pegs, and then simply just twist. Now we're gonna turn 3PO right back around. And now that we have him turned around, we will turn him right back on. And now again, with that forehead touch, this one.
Sir, my first job was programming binary load lifters, very similar to your evaporators in most respects.
So this time we do have to actually touch it.
Hello, I am C-3PO, human cyborg relations.
You can see here my
How
hand
might
is
I
very,
serve you?
very, very close, and then I actually
It wasn't my
have
fault,
to
sir.
touch him.
Please don't deactivate me.
Now there were moments where all I had to do was touch his face.
No,
There, see, right down there,
I feel so helpless.
down here.
We seem to be made to suffer. It's our lot in life.
Now I did notice I touched the back of his head,
Oh,
and it still works.
Is my head on straight? Thank goodness. Oh no! Oh, I'm so confused.
It sounds so good, and again, I'm so happy to have this in my collection. Now, though, again, I wish there were other ways to power it. Now, I did try something else. So I grabbed me a power bank, and it's fully charged. And what I used was the cable Disney gave me. And let me just plug that in really quick. Disconnect 3PO. Let me turn him off. Now that I'm having him displayed in my case, I don't have to have a really long cable coming from up top to the bottom. So if I just turn him back on, and
Take care, my
it
little
still
friend.
works that way.
Protocol.
So if you guys are looking to actually have 3PO in your case displayed, you can essentially just keep a power bank behind his head to where you guys can't see it. And then whenever you guys want to show him off to friends or family, whoever is at the house, all you gotta do is stick your hand in the back, switch it back on,
My parts are
and he
showing.
works.
My-
That is one solution to display him without having to use a really long cable. This works perfect for what I'm going to use it for. Now, shout out to Plaques for Props. They are who I go to when I want all my plaques, especially ones a spot for a signature for that specific actor. This one has 3PO, and then a spot for Anthony Daniels assigned, as well as Anthony Daniels' name right there. So once I get that signed, this will be perfectly displayed just like that on my display stand. I am so hyped to get that done. Hopefully I can get that next year, maybe at Celebration, who knows, but I really hope to get this signed by him. That way I have this. It's gonna look beautiful just like that. All right, guys, so this covers my review of the Star Wars Galactic Series Archive C-3PO Head Bust. It is electronic, it does talk, it's not interactive. To me, that's not a big deal, but it does work extremely well. Couple cons, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't have that rechargeable battery, but we do have that solution with a power bank. And it is 3PO, and you're gonna get your
We seem
fingers
to be made to suffer.
all over it once you're touching and touching and touching and touching. So what I went and did is I just get a microfiber cloth and just clean it right back up, and it's gonna look beautiful once again. Now, if you guys liked or enjoyed this video in any way, shape, or form, please consider subscribing to the channel, as this helps this channel grow. I hope to do some future giveaways on the channel very soon, and I do have merch of Nerd Squadron coming out very soon. So I hope you guys have a great day, and may the force be with you.